Imagine this. You're sitting in front of the interviewer. The room is quiet. Your palms feel slightly sweaty. The interviewer looks at you and says, "So, tell me about yourself. What do you say next?" Do you freeze, or do you respond naturally, confidently, and fluently? In today's lesson on Al Accent Lounge, we're going to unlock 85 powerful English phrases you can use in job interviews and office conversations. Phrases that will help you sound confident, natural, and professional. By the end of this series, you'll know exactly what to say in every situation, from introducing yourself to sharing your ideas and handling tough questions with calm authority. If you're serious about improving your English for professional life, stay with me till the end. And if you're enjoying this lesson, please hit the like button and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge for more daily English lessons. When you start an interview, those first few minutes decide how others see you. It's not only about what you say, but how you say it. If you begin confidently, you build a strong connection right away. Here are some natural, clear ways to start. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me today. I'm really excited about this opportunity. Let me briefly introduce myself. I've been working in this field for over 3 years. My background is in marketing. I specialize in data analysis. I'm passionate about helping companies grow through effective communication. One of my key strengths is adaptability. I'm eager to learn and contribute to your team. Speak calmly, not fast. Confidence is not about speed, it's about clarity. For example, you could say, "It's a pleasure to meet you. I've been working in digital marketing for over 4 years, and I'm passionate about creating strategies that help companies connect with their audience." That's fluent, natural, and professional. When the interviewer asks about your background, use short, strong phrases that connect your past to the company's goals. Try. In my previous role, I was responsible for. I led a team of 5 people to achieve. One of my biggest achievements was, I've gained valuable experience in. This role helped me develop strong communication skills. I learned how to manage multiple projects at once. I'm proud of how we improved performance by 20%. I believe my experience aligns perfectly with this position. Listen to this example. In my previous role, I was responsible for managing our online marketing campaigns. One of my biggest achievements was increasing customer engagement by 25% in just 3 months. That's clear, specific, and impressive. If you're enjoying this lesson, please hit the like button. It helps more learners find Al Accent Lounge and grow their English confidence. When you're asked, "Why do you want this job?" the interviewer is testing your motivation. They want to see if you care. You can use natural, confident language to show passion. "I admire this company's culture of innovation. I've always wanted to be part of a team that values creativity. This position perfectly matches my long-term goals. I'm looking for a place where I can grow and contribute. I'm inspired by your company's mission to make a difference. I'm excited about the opportunity to take on new challenges. I want to apply my skills in a more dynamic environment. I believe this role will help me reach my full potential." You could say something like, "I admire this company's focus on innovation and teamwork. I'm excited about the opportunity to grow and use my skills in a dynamic environment." That sounds genuine and fluent. Now, let's move to soft skills, the human side of professionalism. Employers look for more than technical ability. They want to know you can work well with others, handle stress, and think clearly. These phrases help you express that naturally. I'm known for being dependable and organized. I enjoy collaborating with others to solve problems. I take initiative when I see something that needs improvement. I'm comfortable communicating across different departments. I value clear, respectful communication. I always strive to learn from feedback. I'm confident working under pressure. I'm good at finding creative solutions to challenges. Example: I enjoy collaborating with others to solve complex problems. I believe that teamwork often leads to the best ideas. That's polite, confident, and easy to understand. When the interviewer asks if you have any questions, never say no. Good questions show confidence and curiosity. They make you look professional. You can ask, "Could you tell me more about the team I'd be working with? What are the biggest priorities for this role in the next 6 months? How does the company measure success in this position? What do you enjoy most about working here? How does this department support the company's overall goals? What opportunities are there for professional growth? Could you describe a typical day in this role? What qualities make someone successful in this company?" Here's a natural example. "Could you tell me more about the team I'd be working with and how this role contributes to the company's main projects?" That shows curiosity and confidence at the same time. And when the conversation ends, your closing lines matter just as much as your introduction. The final words should sound polite and grateful, but also confident. Thank you for your time today. It was great speaking with you. I really enjoyed learning more about the company. This conversation has made me even more interested in the role. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Please let me know if you need any additional information. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss my qualifications. Have a great day, and thank you once again. Here's a complete example. Thank you for your time today. I really enjoyed learning more about your team and how this role contributes to the company's growth. I look forward to hearing from you soon. That's a confident, natural ending, the kind that leaves a positive impression. We've already covered 50 essential phrases for job interviews, expressions that help you sound polite, clear, and professional. But your English journey doesn't stop here. In the next part, we'll move into real office conversations. How to share ideas, agree or disagree politely, and handle feedback like a confident communicator. If you found this lesson useful, subscribe to Al Accent Lounge and share your favorite phrase in the comments below. When you start working in an English-speaking environment, you'll notice something important: your daily communication matters more than big speeches. It's the small, everyday moments that define how confident and fluent you sound. In this part, we'll focus on office conversations, meetings, team discussions, feedback sessions, and casual workplace talk. These are the moments where natural English helps you build trust and respect. Let's begin with how to start conversations at work and build smooth, professional connections. Imagine walking into the office in the morning. You meet your colleague at the coffee machine. What do you say? Here are some natural and friendly phrases. Good morning. How's everything going today? Hi. Did you have a busy weekend? Hey, how's your morning so far? It's great to see you. I really liked your presentation yesterday. Any exciting plans for today? How's your project coming along? These are simple, but they help you connect with people naturally. For example, good morning. I really enjoyed your update in yesterday's meeting. You explained the data so clearly. This sounds warm and respectful, not too formal, not too casual. If you're enjoying this lesson so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge for more daily English lessons. Now, let's move to team discussions. When you share your ideas or opinions in meetings, the goal is to sound confident, polite, and clear. Here are some useful ways to express your thoughts. I'd like to share an idea. From my perspective, I think we could. In my opinion, this approach might work well. One possible solution could be, let me add something to what Sarah just said. I completely agree with that point. That's a great idea. Maybe we could also consider, I see your point, but I'd like to offer another view. I understand your concern. What if we try? To clarify, are you suggesting that we should? Notice how polite and respectful these phrases sound. Even when you disagree, you're not being negative. You're being professional. For example, I see your point, but I'd like to offer another view. What if we try a smaller version of the project first? That's how real professionals communicate in meetings: clear, thoughtful, and kind. Next, let's talk about agreeing and disagreeing politely. When you agree with someone, try phrases like, I completely agree with you. That makes perfect sense. I think you're absolutely right. I couldn't agree more. That's a valid point. I'm on the same page with you. When you disagree, avoid sounding rude. Instead, soften your tone. I see your point, but I think there's another way to look at it. I'm not sure I completely agree. Maybe we could explore another option. That's interesting. What if we also considered, I respect that view, but my experience has been a little different. I understand what you mean, though I think we might need more data first. Example. I completely agree that deadlines are important, but I think we should also focus on the quality of the final result. It's respectful, calm, and shows teamwork. Now, imagine your manager gives you feedback, both good and bad. How do you respond naturally? Here are polite ways to react. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate your honesty. That's very helpful. I'll work on that. I understand what you mean, and I'll make sure to improve. I really appreciate you pointing that out. I'm glad to hear that my work met your expectations. Thanks for noticing. I've been trying to improve in that area. If you're the one giving feedback, these phrases will help you sound supportive and clear. I really appreciate the effort you put into this. You did a great job on the report. One thing we could improve next time is, let's work together on refining this part. Overall, this is solid, just a few small adjustments needed. These expressions make your communication sound encouraging, not judgmental. For example, thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate your honesty. I'll focus on making my reports more concise next time. That's fluent, respectful, and confident. Now, let's move to offering help and support, an important part of teamwork. Use these phrases when you want to show initiative or help someone. Would you like me to help with that? Is there anything I can do to support you? Do you need a hand with this task? I can take care of that if you'd like. Let me know if you need any assistance. I'd be happy to look into that. I can handle this part if it makes things easier. For example, I can take care of scheduling the meeting, if that helps. This shows reliability, something every colleague values. Next, let's talk about professional email or message phrases that sound polite and natural. In English-speaking workplaces, tone matters a lot. Here are some common, clear examples you can use. At the beginning of an email, I hope this email finds you well. Thank you for getting back to me. I appreciate your quick response. Following up on our last conversation, when making a request, could you please send me the updated file? Would you mind reviewing this document? I'd appreciate it if you could confirm the details. Please let me know your availability for a short call. To close your message politely, looking forward to your reply. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again for your time and support. Best regards. Kind regards. Sincerely. Example. I hope this email finds you well. Could you please send me the final version of the report by Friday? Looking forward to your reply. Best regards, Jason. That's short, natural, and polite, the tone every professional email should have. Finally, let's look at phrases for handling daily office interactions when you need to speak up, coordinate, or keep communications smooth. Here are some that you'll hear or use often. Let's schedule a quick meeting to discuss this. Could we review this together tomorrow? I'll update the document and share it by noon. Please keep me posted. Let's touch base later this week. I'll follow up after the meeting. Can we go over this one more time? I just wanted to double-check something. Thanks for keeping me informed. Sounds good. Let's move forward with that. Example. Let's touch base later this week to make sure everything's on track. That's the kind of natural business English you'll hear every day in a professional setting. We've now gone through 35 more phrases, bringing you to a total of 85 powerful expressions that you can use in job interviews and office conversations. These are real-world phrases, the kind native speakers use naturally at work. Practice them daily, and you'll soon sound confident, fluent, and professional in every situation. In the next part, we'll continue with extended examples and real dialogues, showing how to use these phrases in full conversations, so you can understand not just the words but the rhythm, tone, and confidence behind them. If you're enjoying this lesson, please hit the like button and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge. And don't forget, share your favorite phrase in the comments below. Now that you've learned 85 powerful phrases for job interviews and office conversations, let's move one step further. In this part, we'll see how to use those phrases in real conversations, the kind that actually happen in interviews, meetings, and daily office life. The goal here is simple. Not just to know the words, but to feel how fluent English sounds in real situations. You'll hear examples of polite introductions, confident answers, natural teamwork talk, and smooth professional communication. Remember, fluency isn't about speed, it's about flow. So as you listen or shadow this lesson, focus on your rhythm, tone, and pauses. That's what makes your English sound confident and natural. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge for more daily English lessons. Let's start with a simple but realistic job interview conversation. Notice how the speaker uses polite, confident phrases you've already learned. Interviewer: good morning, thanks for coming in today. You: good morning, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me. Interviewer: could you tell me a little about yourself? You: of course. I've been working in marketing for about 4 years. My background is in digital advertising, and I specialize in social media strategy. I really enjoy helping companies build stronger connections with their audiences. Interviewer: that's great. What would you say is your biggest strength? You: I'd say one of my key strengths is adaptability. I work well under pressure, and I'm always open to learning new things. Interviewer: and what about a challenge you faced recently? You: in my previous job, I had to manage multiple projects at the same time. It was challenging, but I developed better time management skills and learned how to prioritize effectively. Interviewer: why do you want to work with us? You: I admire this company's focus on creativity and innovation. I'm looking for a place where I can continue to grow and contribute meaningfully to a team. Interviewer: excellent. Do you have any questions for us? You: yes. Could you tell me more about the team I'd be working with and the company's main goals for the next year? Interviewer: that's a good question. We're expanding our global marketing campaigns, and teamwork will be essential. You: that sounds exciting. I'd love to be part of that. Interviewer: great. Thank you for your time. You: thank you for the opportunity. I really enjoyed our conversation, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. That's a smooth, confident interview. No hesitation, no overthinking, just clear and natural English. Now, let's look at an office dialogue, something you might experience on your first week at work. Manager: welcome to the team. How's your first day going? You: thank you. It's been great so far. Everyone's been really welcoming. Manager: that's good to hear. We have a project starting next week. Would you be comfortable joining the planning meeting tomorrow? You: absolutely. I'd love to get involved as early as possible. Manager: perfect. We'll be discussing marketing strategies for the new campaign. You: sounds great. I'll prepare some ideas and bring a few notes to the meeting. Manager: excellent initiative. I like that. See how polite, natural, and confident that sounds? The key is balance, being positive, but not overdoing it. Now let's look at team collaboration, how to agree, disagree, and build ideas politely. Colleague 1: I think we should increase our social media posts to 5 times a week. You: that's a good idea. I completely agree that we need more consistency. Maybe we could also focus on quality by adding short videos. Colleague 2: that's interesting. Videos might take more time, though. You: true, but I believe even short clips like product highlights could engage more users. What do you think? Colleague 1: that's a fair point. Maybe we can test it for 1 month. You: sounds good. Let's see how it performs and adjust later. This is how teamwork sounds in English: polite, constructive, and focused on solutions, not problems. If this example helps you visualize your own professional conversations, hit the like button and let me know in the comments below which phrase you plan to use first. Next, let's see how to handle feedback at work. Manager: I reviewed your report. It's solid overall, but it might be a bit long for the presentation. You, thank you for the feedback. I completely understand. I'll make sure to shorten it and focus on the key points. Manager, perfect. I appreciate your quick response. You, I appreciate your honesty. It helps me improve. That's exactly how confident English sounds. Calm, polite, and professional. You're showing maturity and teamwork without being defensive. Here's another situation when you need to give feedback. You, I really appreciate the effort you put into this draft. It's very detailed. Colleague, thanks. I tried to cover everything. You did great. Maybe we could simplify the introduction to make it more direct. What do you think? Colleague, that's a good point. I can revise it this afternoon. You, perfect. I'll review it once it's ready. That's how professionals collaborate in English-speaking offices. They focus on the goal, not the mistake. Now, imagine a follow-up conversation after a meeting. You, thanks again for sharing those ideas in today's meeting. Colleague, no problem. I think it went well. You, definitely. I'll send out a quick summary email to make sure we're all on the same page. Colleague, great idea. I'll add my notes too. You, perfect. Let's touch base again on Friday to check our progress. Phrases like I'll send a summary, on the same page, and touch base are natural workplace expressions that make you sound fluent and proactive. Let's practice one last conversation handling disagreement politely. Manager, I think we should launch the product next month. You, I see your point, but I'm a little concerned about the testing timeline. Maybe we could wait 2 more weeks to ensure everything runs smoothly? Manager, that's reasonable. Let's check with the tech team first. You, that sounds good. I'll follow up with them today and report back. Notice again, no strong no confrontation, just professional, balanced language. This is what makes you stand out in English-speaking workplaces, your ability to express ideas clearly while maintaining respect and confidence. Fluency isn't just vocabulary, it's attitude, tone, and rhythm. Practice these dialogues several times, and you'll feel how naturally these phrases begin to flow. In the next part, we'll move deeper. You'll learn advanced techniques for sounding even more confident in professional settings. How to handle unexpected questions, express disagreement smoothly, and communicate with emotional intelligence in English. If this lesson helped you, please like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge for more daily English lessons. And remember, confidence in English comes with practice, not perfection. In this part, we're going to go beyond simple answers and polite expressions. You'll learn advanced techniques to sound more confident, persuasive, and emotionally intelligent in professional English conversations, especially during interviews, meetings, and workplace discussions. This is where language meets personality, because fluent English isn't just about using the right words, it's about how you use them to express respect, confidence, and calm authority. So, let's begin. Imagine this. You're in a job interview, and the interviewer asks a tough question, one that catches you by surprise. Can you explain why you left your last job? Tell me about a time you failed. What's your biggest weakness? These moments can make even confident speakers nervous, but with the right language, you can handle them smoothly. Here are some powerful ways to respond. I learned a lot from my previous position, but I felt it was time for a new challenge. One challenge I faced in my last job taught me how to stay organized under pressure. I used to struggle with delegating tasks, but I've been improving by trusting my team more. I don't see it as a failure, it was a valuable learning experience. I believe every mistake is an opportunity to grow. Example: I'd say my biggest weakness used to be overthinking small details, but over time, I've learned how to balance perfection with efficiency. See how it sounds? Honest, but confident. Calm, but professional. If you're enjoying this lesson so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge for more daily English lessons. Now, let's talk about sounding persuasive in meetings when you need to share an idea and get others to support it. Confidence doesn't mean being the loudest person in the room. It means expressing your point clearly and respectfully. You can use these structures. I strongly believe that. I'd like to highlight that. The data suggests that. I recommend we consider this approach because one thing worth noting is, I understand the concern, but the benefits could outweigh the risks. This strategy could help us achieve our goal more effectively. Example: I strongly believe that introducing short-form videos could increase engagement by 30%. The data from our last campaign clearly supports this. That's how confident professionals sound: clear, specific, and calm. Sometimes, you need to disagree politely but firmly, maybe in a meeting or during a brainstorming session. Here are natural ways to do it without sounding negative or defensive. I understand your point, but I see it a bit differently. That's a valid idea. However, we might face some challenges with timing. I like where you're going with this, though I wonder if there's a simpler approach. I completely get your perspective, but my experience has been slightly different. That's an interesting view. Maybe we can combine both ideas. Example: I completely understand your point, but my experience with similar projects suggests that we might need more testing time before launch. This way, you stay respectful, but you still make your position clear. Next, let's move to expressing empathy and emotional intelligence, a skill that's highly valued in every workplace. Being empathetic doesn't mean being overly emotional. It means showing understanding, patience, and professionalism. Here are some phrases that show empathy and connection. I completely understand how you feel. That must have been challenging. I really appreciate how much effort you've put into this. I can imagine that wasn't easy. I see where you're coming from. Thank you for sharing that with me. I understand your concern, and I'll do my best to help. I know it's been a busy week. Thank you for your hard work. Example: I completely understand how you feel about the deadline. Let's see how we can manage the workload together. That kind of language builds trust. It shows you're not just fluent, you're emotionally intelligent. Now, let's look at phrases that show confidence when making decisions or taking responsibility. I'll take full responsibility for that. I'll handle this personally. I'll make sure it gets done on time. I've reviewed the data, and I believe this is the best solution. I'm confident this approach will deliver strong results. I've tested both options, and here's what I found. Let's move forward with this plan. I'll follow up to ensure everything runs smoothly. Example: I've reviewed all the options carefully, and I'm confident this strategy will help us reach our target faster. That's what leadership in English sounds like: calm, clear, and decisive. Now imagine you're in a presentation or client meeting. You need to sound confident while introducing your ideas. Here are some phrases you can use to begin naturally. Let's begin by looking at the key points of our proposal. I'd like to start by sharing an overview of our project. This presentation will focus on 3 main areas. First, let's review the current situation, then we'll explore possible solutions. Here's what we've achieved so far, and where we're heading next. And during your presentation, use these transitions to sound professional. Now, moving on to the next part, let's take a closer look at this data. As you can see, the results are very promising. This brings us to our final point. Example: let's begin by reviewing the current market trends. As you can see, engagement has increased by 15% since last quarter, which opens new opportunities for our campaign. Smooth transitions like these keep your audience engaged and make your English sound naturally structured. Sometimes, during meetings or interviews, you might not fully understand a question or comment. Instead of staying silent or guessing, use professional clarification phrases like, "Could you please repeat that?" Just to make sure I understand correctly. Do you mean that we should focus more on the timeline? Let me clarify what you just said. So, if I understand you right, you're suggesting that. Example: just to make sure I understand correctly, are we keeping the same deadline or extending it by a week? This shows you're attentive and professional, not confused. Finally, let's talk about showing appreciation and maintaining positive tone, a key part of workplace English that many learners forget. I really appreciate your help with this. Thank you for your quick response. I value your input. It's been great working with you on this project. I truly appreciate your time and effort. That means a lot, thank you. I'm grateful for the opportunity to collaborate. Example: thank you for your quick response and for reviewing the report. I really appreciate your attention to detail. That's warm, respectful, and fluent, exactly how English professionals communicate. By now, you can see that fluent English is not about big words. It's about tone, structure, and emotional balance. You're learning to speak with clarity, purpose, and kindness, the true marks of confident communication. In the next part, we'll put all of this together in longer real-life scenarios, full conversations from job interviews, office meetings, and daily professional life, where you'll see how native speakers use rhythm, pauses, and natural phrasing to sound confident and fluent. If you're finding this lesson helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge. And tell me in the comments, which phrase from this part would you like to practice first? In this final part of our lesson, we're going to bring everything together. You've learned 85 powerful English phrases for job interviews and office conversations. You've practiced how to introduce yourself with confidence, how to express ideas clearly, how to handle tough questions gracefully, and how to connect with others through empathy and professionalism. Now, it's time to put all of that into real communication, the kind that doesn't just sound fluent, but feels natural. Because English fluency isn't about memorizing words, It's about presence. It's about showing confidence, clarity, and calm in every situation, whether you're in an interview, giving a presentation, or collaborating with your team. Let's begin with a final conversation that brings everything you've learned together. Manager, thanks for joining the meeting today. We've been discussing how to improve our communication across departments. What do you think? Thank you for including me. From my perspective, I think we could schedule short weekly updates to keep everyone aligned. It's simple, but it keeps the workflow transparent. Manager, that's a good idea. How do you suggest we organize it? I can take responsibility for setting up a shared document. Each team can add a quick summary of their progress every Friday. I'll make sure everyone stays on track. Manager, I appreciate that initiative. Thank you. I'm confident this will help us avoid misunderstandings and build stronger teamwork. That's fluent, confident, and professional English. No complicated vocabulary, just clarity, empathy, and focus. If you're enjoying this final part, please hit the like button and subscribe to Al Accent Lounge for more daily English lessons. Now let's practice a final job interview closing, the kind that leaves a lasting impression. Interviewer, is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish? Yes, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to meet today. I really enjoyed learning more about your company's culture and future goals. I believe my skills and experience could contribute meaningfully to your team, and I'd love the chance to be part of that journey. Interviewer, thank you for sharing. We'll be in touch soon. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again for your time. That's how confident English sounds: calm, appreciative, and sincere. You're not just speaking, you're connecting. Now, before we end, let's take a moment to reflect on what confidence really means in English communication. Confidence isn't loudness, it's calm energy. It's the ability to express yourself clearly and kindly even when you're nervous. Every phrase you've learned from "It's a pleasure to meet you" to "I completely understand your point" helps you build that calm confidence. Every sentence you speak with intention brings you closer to fluency. So whether you're preparing for a big interview, starting a new job, or working to communicate more smoothly at the office, remember, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be present. And now, let's close this lesson the way confident communicators do, with gratitude and purpose. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for investing your time, your energy, and your heart into improving your English. You've taken a big step forward, not just in language, but in your ability to connect, express, and grow. If this lesson helped you, please like this video and subscribe for more daily English lessons. Share this video with someone who wants to build their confidence in English, because growth is even better when it's shared. And before you go, I want to remind you of one thing. Fluency doesn't happen in a day, it happens every day. Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep believing, because every word you speak with confidence brings you closer to the life and career you dream of. Thank you for watching. I'm proud of you truly. And I'll see you in the next lesson, right here on Al Accent Lounge.